Hi everybody. So welcome to a new math lesson. This math lesson is called Transformation of a Square. In order to do this work, you are going to need to have practiced your notation of squares as well as your distributive law lesson. So if you haven't practiced those yet, I recommend that you stop this video and you go back and you take a look at those and then come back and start this work. So here I have some 9 squares. I made this little paper here. I thought I had made 10 squares, but alas, I had made 9 squares. So we're going to use the 9 squares today. So I'm going to go ahead using this square. I am going to find a square inside my 9 squares. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. I'm going to color in the square of 3. And I'm not going to color in all of the individual beads on the video. I probably would if I was choosing to do this work myself because I think it looks nicer, but for time's sake, I'm just going to go ahead and color that in. Then I'm going to find the next square. In order to do that, you need to come to this last corner of your square, that bead, and go diagonal. And here is my next square. All right, I'm just going to color it in. There. So we have a square of 3, and then we have a square of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A square of 6. Okay, so then we have some more space here, don't we? We have 2 different rectangles. And I'm going to go ahead and color those in. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you have it 1, 2, 3 times. So we have 6 3 times here. Does anybody know what 6 times 3 is? Good, it's 18. And we can verify that by counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. So now let's see what this one is. 1, 2, 3. We have 3 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. We have 3 times 6 again. So since that's the same as this rectangle up here, I'm going to make them match in color. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this to a clean piece of paper so I can do some writing. So I'm going to go ahead and label some of these. Here I have 3 squared. Remember what this was? This was 6 squared. And what were these? This was 6 times 3. And this was 3 times 6. And we know those are the same things, right? Because the commutative law. Yeah, so what we've done is we've transformed our 9 square into something else, didn't we? So let's go ahead and pick another one. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another one. I'm going to choose some different colors. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and make myself a square. This time I'm going to choose the 4 square. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm going to color this in nice and carefully. I'm going to do it off my paper so I don't make any mistakes or marks on my nice clean paper. All right, so there's my 4 square. I'm going to come down here, remember, so here's the bottom rightmost bead, come directly across. And that's going to be our next square. So I'm going to color this in. So again, you can color in the whole space like this, or you can color in each individual bead. It is totally up to you. It's just you're going to want your whole square to be the same color so you can see it easily. All right, so we have a 4 square and then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 square. Now we have these 2 rectangles here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. What is 4 times 5? 20. Good. 20. Let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Looks like it's the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay. I'm going to color this in. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach it to my paper. I'm gonna put it right here. So I'm gonna write it just a little bit in a different way. You can write it however you want, but I wanna show you both. So here I have a 4 square. Here I have, remember, it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So 5 times 4. Here I had 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 4 times 5. And again, we know this is the same because the commutative law of multiplication. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a 5 square. Okay. And we could add all this up, couldn't we? We could do 4 squared plus 5 times 4 plus 4 times 5 plus 5 squared. If we add it all up together, we would get the total here. Okay, if you think you can figure that out, go ahead and try to figure it out for me. Do you see how I put these in parentheses? It's because these belong together. This is its own special part. Since there's more than one part in that number sentence, that's why they're in a parentheses. So let's go ahead and do another one. I already have this one partially colored. So this has a 2 square. And you can see what it looks like when you color in each of the individual beads. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 square. All right. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2 times. We have 7 times 2. What is that? It's 14. Yeah. Now we have 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me go ahead and color that in. Cool. There we go. So let's go ahead and get this attached to our paper. And we're gonna go ahead and label it. So this is a teeny square. I'm gonna write this up here. So 2 squared, 7 squared, 7 times 2, and then 2 times 7. And I'm gonna write that all down here. 2 squared plus 7 times 2. So I did that one, then this one. Now 2 times 7 plus 2 times 7 plus 7 squared. Okay? So we can see I wrote all 4 shapes down here, what they stand for in numbers, so we can see what we stand for physically with each of these shapes, and then we can see what they stand for numerically. Okay? So what I want you to do is just start by taking this sheet of 9 squares, cut them out, and just do this beginning part. Just find the different shapes. If you want to write in them, you can. You can just label the parts if you would like. And if you want to try to write these down like this, you absolutely may. What I did is I usually just start with this part here where you find the squares, and then we move on to the writing, but I figured I'd put them both in the same video for right now, and you can choose how far you want to go with it, okay? It might be helpful for you to practice this first before you start trying to write it out in a number sentence, okay? That's it. Okay, so if you have any questions, guys, let me know. I will make some proper 10 squares and send them out as well. And, you know, I do have this one too. You can do this with any of the squares. Let's just do that really, really fast. You know, why not? We have the time. So let's do the 3 squares. So I'm going to just start with a little teeny tiny baby 1 square. Okay, so there's the square of 1. All right, now I go diagonal. Actually, since this one's small, I'm going to go ahead and do the pretty way. Color in all the beads. I think it's the pretty way. I mean, other people might not agree with me. That's okay. You do it how you want to do it. It's your work. And then we have to color in our rectangles. Here's 1, 2, 3, 1 time. And that equals 3. Now, this might have bled through to my other paper. It did, look. That's okay. So then let me cut this out real quick. All right, so we have 1 squared, 3 times 1. I haven't taped this down, I'm just going kind of fast. 1 times 3 and 3 squared, okay? 1 squared plus 3 times 1 plus 1 times 3 plus 3 squared. Okay, so this is what you can do. Again, you can use these. I'll send 10 squares as well. You can use any of these other squares that we've made. You have a lot of different options. Okay, thanks guys. I will briefly show you another time how you can do this on graph paper. Okay, thanks guys. Talk to you later. Bye.